the Minister for Finance.
The past week saw us witness another budget reading that introduced more taxes, especially on essential items. But if these taxes were people, they would undoubtedly be Uganda's hardest working citizens.
Has therefore increased by Uganda shillings 2.78 trillion from the revised budget of Uganda shillings 81.61 trillion.
Unlike some public officials, taxes report to duty on time. They do not take leave. They simply wake up before you do and accompany you throughout your day. The average Ugandan's relationship with taxes is perhaps the longest and most committed relationship they will ever have. Before your partner sends you a good morning text, if it ever comes through anyway, a tax has already greeted you through your social media scroll while still in bed. You switch on the light. Tax. You boil water to bathe. Tax. You board a taxi or refuel your car. Tax. You buy breakfast. Tax. Calling to check on your relative. Tax. You buy more airtime to call your bank and complain about taxes. Believe it or not, tax. At this point, taxes know more about our daily lives than our lovers and closest relatives. The beauty of Uganda's tax system is its creativity. The government has mastered the art of finding money in places where even the owner did not know it existed. By the time you receive your salary, pay as you earn has already introduced itself and helped itself to a share. What remains is then escorted through a maze of value-added tax, excise duty, fuel levies, local fees, trading licenses, and assorted government inventions that appear whenever the budget develops new ambitions. Yet taxes remain deeply misunderstood creatures. Government often describes them as patriotic contributions to national development. In theory, this sounds wonderful. You pay taxes, and in return, you enjoy quality healthcare, efficient public transport, excellent schools, reliable drainage systems, and roads free from potholes large enough to qualify as wetlands.
Uganda shillings 508.65 billion has been allocated to enhance salaries for primary school teachers and arts teachers in secondary schools and BTVET institutions.
Unfortunately, many taxpayers have become impatient and keep asking unending awkward questions such as, where exactly is the development? This is considered bad manners. A responsible citizen should not focus on outcomes. They should focus on the joy of contributing. For example, when a public hospital lacks medicine, you should celebrate the fact that you paid tax to support healthcare. Then proceed to a private clinic and pay again. When public schools struggle with resources, you should appreciate the government's commitment to education before paying private school fees. When roads develop craters large enough to host fish farming projects, you should admire the engineering possibilities while replacing your vehicle's suspension. The true genius of the system is that many Ugandans pay for public services through taxes and then pay for the same services privately. It is a remarkable business model. Which entrepreneur would not envy it? Meanwhile, you as the taxpayers are repeatedly assured that the solution to every problem is more revenue. If roads are poor, collect more taxes. If hospitals are struggling, collect more taxes. Even if the budget expands to over 100 trillion, collect more taxes. Additionally, we borrow more to fund it.
Increasing domestic revenue is not merely a fiscal objective. It is a sovereignty objective. A country that finances its development from its own resources enjoys greater policy independence, resilience, and sustainability.
The possibility that existing revenue could be spent more efficiently is treated like a dangerous foreign ideology, enough for one to be labeled a foreign agent. Yet, despite all this, Ugandans continue to pay, not because they enjoy it, not because they are convinced, but because, unlike election promises, taxes are not optional. And tomorrow morning, before the rooster crows, you, the most diligent worker in the country, will once again report for duty, because the taxman never sleeps. Since this is a term of no more sleep, here are the news stories to look out for in the week ahead before they start taxing your sleep.
Our role is to boldly and accurately bring you the truth on these stories. Keep it locked on all our platforms so you do not miss anything. Have a fantastic week ahead.